So the first 6 minutes of this episode was literally a recap, which I don't understand why, since there wasn't a break in Japan. Like each episode was airing like sequentially one after another, and then there's the freaking opening song which they played for a minute and 30 seconds, and then there's the ending song at the end, which is what, like another minute. And so if you put that all together, that roughly makes 8 to 9 minutes, leaving only like I don't know, maybe like 14 to 15 minutes left of the actual show, which I thought was like, are they trying to stretch this out for as long as they can? Because like once we get to Tartarus, we get into the good stuff. And now that it's like the 4th episode of a canon arc, I have to say, what the hell is A1 Pictures? I believe they're the guys who are animating this. Like, what the hell are they doing with like the color? Like, all the color is gone. It's like they lost their Crayola box and don't know, like, and they only have like the bad colors left. Like, none of the colors are popping out at you. Like, Natsu has pink hair, that should be popping out. Lucy has blonde hair. Flare has red hair. Like, and so does Erza. Like, they should all be popping out and whatnot. Like so far we've seen pink ice, which I thought was weird in the first place, and like hopefully, like, once the ice melts, like, once they finally are able to defrost the Sun Village, they can actually, like, bring the color back, because, like, the lack of color is being, like, it's just not eye-catching, and it's not, I feel like they're just lacking on the animation side. Anyway, what is up, ladies and gents? Nate here, bringing you my review for Fairy Tail episode 230, known as The Demon Returns. And the episode gets its title. Mostly, I feel like it's when Gray turns into a kid, thanks to Mr. Ugly Mouth over here, and he starts having flashbacks of when he was a kid, and when his parents died from Deliora, and then is it Ul or I feel like it's no, because Otir is her daughter. Anyway, Gray's teacher, remember, she sacrificed herself so Deliora can be frozen away. And then there's Otir, which she sacrificed herself by turning back time by only a minute, but essentially saving everyone's life when the dragons attacked during the Grand Magic Games arc. And so, like, he starts having a flashback, and then Otir is like, yo, Deliora is gone, buddy. I'm here with you. I'm here watching you. You don't have to worry about him. And this episode was very fight-focused, where you had the treasure hunters versus Flare, Wendy, and Lucy. And this fight felt so lackluster. Like, if I remember correctly, when I was reading it in the manga, it felt so much more epic. Maybe it's just the lack of color. I don't know. It was just like, I felt like this fight could have been a lot better, because like if you brought out the colors, and like if you brought out the colors, it would have been so much better. The music, I feel like it was okay. It was just that everything just wrapped up too nicely. Like when all the girls were trapped in a corner, and then like the treasure hunters were being sexist and all of this, it was like, oh, something's gonna happen, because you know, it's Fairy Tail. Like something like, oh, Flare can still move her hair when she's like, even though when they're tied up, and you forget that Wendy can use like boost magic, where she enhances her strength and all this. And then we didn't know this because it happened off screen, where Lucy summoned Loki to get rid of the sniper, and then Virgo and Lucy did their kicks and then send the treasure hunters flying, and they'll never be seen again. I swear, they will never be seen again. I don't know, I just feel like A1 Pictures needs to like start putting color into these episodes, because the lack of colors is really, like, the colors are so bland. Like I said, it's like A1 Pictures lost their Crayola crayon box and just like are just using the ugly colors of their version of what they're trying to do. Like, instead of red, they're using like stale red or whatever color that is. And it's just like, come on now, guys, you're getting paid to do this. And then we have another fight between Erza and Minerva. I think that's it. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. Anyway, Minerva, or I think that was the closest I got it. She is being really cheap and being unfair, where she uses her magic and just pretty much demolishes Erza. And I gotta say, Erza, she knows how to take a bunch of hits, because she was taking her little spatial magic, whatever Minerva, her magic is, like, she was taking it no problem. I mean, obviously she was getting hurt. I'm just saying, like, I was impressed. But then Gray is facing Mr. Ugly Face or Ugly Mouth, and then he turns to a kid, and then flashback, PTSD starts attacking, and then it looks like their fight is gonna happen next episode. And then if I remember in the manga, their fight took like three chapters, so maybe their next fight is gonna be just focused on that. And then we have Natsu running, and he's like freaking Toka from Tokyo Ghoul Route A in the last 3 episodes. And then Happy and Carla have an enemy, which I feel like I don't remember that in the manga, but then again, I read that probably like a few months ago, so it's just, maybe it's gonna be important. I don't think so, because I think that eye thing is just the thing that Minerva and her partner were writing on. But yeah, a pretty decent episode of Fairy Tail. I mean, like, Gray's fight against Mr. Uglyface is a pretty good one from what I recall. So hopefully they bring the color back. Like I said, hopefully when like everything defrost, like when like the Sun Village is defrost, and oh, I forgot to mention, we learn about Flair's backstory and her being part of the Sun Village and all this. But hopefully when everything defrosts, the color comes back. Cause man, the color, I need like Fairy Tail exceeds not only on its etchiness, but on the color of like all the characters. But going back on Flair and her backstory, which we learned she was raised by giants even though she's a human, they didn't really touch on her parents, but they didn't do that in the manga either. So, I mean, yay. But I do have to say, like, at first when we first met Flair back in the Grand Magic Games arc, which was, well, like 2.5 years ago, I mean, like, I didn't like her at first because she was very cheap in all of this, and then eventually, like, since the last episode, like, I've been like doing like just looking up some stuff, like going back some episodes, and just like after seeing so much anime, I'm starting to like Flair now. Weird, right? Anyway, my grade for the episode, I'm gonna give it a good B. Like I said, the fights were decent. It's just like they were just like lacking color. I feel like this whole arc so far is lacking color, so hopefully A1 Pictures starts stepping up the game soon, because like the lack of colors, and then like when Wendy or somebody does like a special attack or something, like they choose to like shadow in, like give like a little black like bar and opacity it like by 25% to make it like so when they sell it on Blu-ray they can like maximum. Anyway, it's like really weird, and like they just need to step up their color. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to me ramble on about A1 Pictures not using their colors properly. Well, until next time, I will see you guys then. So bye.